Thank you for gifting me this shirt.
You're welcome.
I haven't even read it yet.
Yeah, it's a good one.
But
what does it say?
I don't know. It's a Killdozer shirt from
Granby, Colorado. God built me for this job. Yeah, dude. Killdozer proudly uses Komatsu parts.
And for anyone wondering who my guest is today, Shayne Smith, comedian Shayne Smith has joined Cowboy Boys.
Pretty big get. Pretty big get for the
we've-
small podcast.
We've had bigger. We've had way bigger guests.
Who?
We've had Ian Fidance.
We did have Ian on.
We had Jamie Kilstein.
Damn. He's been on Fox News. Who else?
We've had, who are some other big gets we've had?
We had Shay Daruna.
We had Shay Daruna. He was big. I think he was still small when he was on Cowboy Boys 2 months ago, and then he blew up. I think it was like 6 months ago, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think he's.
And now he's bigger than us. We are taste makers here at Cowboy.
We really are.
Guess what?
Ian.
Guess what?
Shay. We were gonna have Matt Rife, but we decided not to because he's too twinky and weird.
Okay. I can't argue with that. You didn't even ask me, but I'm like, that's a fair point.
Yeah.
We had
get your fucking jawline out of here.
Matthew Broussard.
Who is the hotter, more talented Matt Rife? I don't know why I'm talking shit on Matt. This is Matt.
about?
I'm sorry.
Matt sold his soul to the devil.
Matt has Matt, look at me. You have so much money. You know it's fine.
But anyways, I'm saying all those names. I'm only name dropping those names because I think Shayne Smith, within 3 months, is going to be the biggest flash in the pan in comedy.
Yes, dude, that's all I want. You know that truly, no joke, my biggest dream is to be like wildly famous for 1 year, make all the money, get all the whatever.
That's not how it works in comedy.
And then I get to leave and I just have my money and I never do anything ever again.
No, you got to be a TJ. You have to be TJ Miller, where you show up in every single movie.
Yeah.
There's 1 or 2 years where you dominate everything, and then you call in a bomb threat on a thing, and you lose your mind.
Shout out TJ.
You lose your mind to the Hollywood machine, and that's when you get out. I'm incorruptible by the Hollywood machine, though. I think I'll never have a career because they know I've already said too many key words where they're like, we can't blackmail him into doing what we need him to do.
Yeah, you are hard to blackmail.
Dude, I'm impossible to blackmail. My heart is right. I'm not afraid of death.
Did I tell you someone tried to blackmail me? Like, no joke, tried to blackmail me?
Pictures of your peener, or
No, that would be that has happened to me. A woman I was seeing tried to blackmail me, said she would post photos of my dick, and I told her to do it.
Yeah.
And she posted them on Twitter, and no one noticed or cared.
Oh.
Well, I wasn't very popular back. I was popular, but like not. This was like 2.5 years ago or more, even.
I saw them
right before the pandemic. Yeah, and
I have Google alerts on for your name.
They were good. They were a great photo of my. I smacked it around a little bit. It was kind of like healthy looking, you know. It was when I was in shape. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
There was some gay guy, because I have a post from like 5 years ago where it's a picture of you, but you're wearing underwear, but I blurred your underwear to make make it look like you're nude, and also I blurred your feet. And I was like, DM me for Shayne's nudes, lol. And this guy went back like 5 years through my tweets, and it was like, are these still for sale? And I'm like,
dude, hell yeah, bro.
And he was like, how much are you charging? I'm like, name me an offer. And he was like, no, bro, how much? And I was like, you are asking me
$1,000. I'll take a nude photo.
Dude,
we'll split it.
Basically, I was like, I don't know. Like,
I'll take a MacArthur nude though, where I'm like sunning my fucking perineum or whatever. It's like not even my shaft. It's just my balls and my asshole.
Dude, the funny nudes. I've said this before. Whenever I take a nude, I'm like, if this gets leaked, I want to benefit from it. I want people to become a meme, and people be like, what the hell is he doing?
Yeah, no, it's very funny.
So every nude is me like doing a T-pose, or like I'm doing yoga and shining the sun on my asshole, or just something funny.
What about a wristwatch? You ever wristwatch it? Draw a little timepiece on your shaft and
no.
Oh yeah, I take it to the next level.
I'm gonna Apple Watch.
I wrap my dick around my wrist and then I draw the thing on it.
But anyways, he was just like, "I'll give you $3," and I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
Crazy.
I instantly muted him. And sorry, if you're gay and you want Shayne's nudes, you're gonna have to don't even come to me with fake offers.
I was
like
on
that.
your side. I was like, damn, my man wants something and he was willing to do the work, and then he fucking lowballs you.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that, dude.
So you were getting blackmailed?
Oh, someone, because I had like 2 things go viral recently, and
your herpes flare up.
My herpes flare up
and your chlamydia.
Who among us doesn't have it this way? If you're in your 30s, come on, man, you got it. And so
that's a problem at the old folks' home.
They all have it too?
Every old folks is just like, yeah, I'm not wearing a condom. I'm 80.
Yeah, fuck it, bro.
I'm going to get whatever we all have and then die.
That's what I mean when I say I'm an old soul.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it, man. Whatever. In any case, I fucking someone went, so a bunch of people were mad at me, and I had like, we already talked about this, like people were being anti-Semitic, and then people were being that I was not Semitic enough.
Is this because of what I did?
No, this maybe, I don't know, but this person.
When was this?
This person showed me screenshots of me saying retarded.
Oh my God.
And I was like,
I said retarded all the time.
I just said it on the podcast. I don't give a fuck, dude. Also, I said fag one time. And he was like, what about this? And I was like, it's public information that I've sucked a dick. So I don't know what you want from me, man. I'm pretty sure I get the pass. That's how that works.
I'm pretty straight, and I've been known to say it.
Hey, I just wanted to be like, dude, I don't give a fuck there's nothing you can find of me saying things. Like, I've said way crazier shit. Like, good luck, bro.
We talked about it on the Patreon, but last week I was defending an Arab female comic she did a joke and it pissed off the Israel Zionist Twitter people, and they were all coming for me.
Wild group.
Yeah, and so I started defending her. I'm like, it's comedy. They're like, we're gonna call the comedy clubs, and we're gonna get her canceled. And I was like, do you know most comedy clubs are owned by funny Jews, the kind of Jew you're not? And then they started going through my tweets, looking for every instance of when I said Hitler.
How often are you talking about Hitler?
I thought it'd be a lot more. Because they did not find that many tweets. And I'm like, you could search through so much, and I've said so many crazy things. And I was reading my old tweets and be like, oh, that doesn't make sense. That joke kind of stinks, whatever. But then the one guy was like, I'm going to call you. It's not so funny. What if I call your employer? I'm going to call your employer. And I was like, oh my God, I wish we had like a phone line for people to call in and like leave a voicemail.
So incredible for you to be on the phone, be like, this is very concerning.
Yeah.
I had no idea that Mac defended female comics. Like, that's the way he's mad.
That doesn't sound like Mac. We have a higher standard here on Cowboy Boys.
Yeah, dude. Defending. We don't tolerate defending women at any point on this podcast. I'll get him. He's like, no, it's the Israel stuff. You're like, no, I hear I'm picking up what you're putting down, fella.
I think the pendulum's swinging back. I think it's...
Oh, yeah. 1 trillion million %.
Which is scary for me because I've been coasting on easy mode.
Yeah, now you're going to have to really...
Now we have to actually be funny.
I'm not joking. The amount of people who in the past have been... To me, like, have you ever seen someone in your... Dude, okay, this is a good example of how the world's going nuts preemptively before next year's election and how the pendulum is going to swing. There's this girl who followed me last year, and she's really nice. She's like a recording artist. She's a singer from LA. She's this not that it matters, but she's like this black girl. She's very sweet. She's like a country type singer, and she does all this stuff, and she's kind of popular, and she follows me. Awesome. Then I'm kind of like, she's probably gonna like find out about my politics, like, or whatever, and get like annoyed with me. And then she talks to me. We get to know each other, and she's like cool with my socialism. And then I'm like, oh, she's gonna find out about like all these people who hate me and like get rid of me. And then she's like, oh, actually, yeah, you got canceled. I don't give a fuck. That's fake, whatever. I'm like, oh, okay, interesting. And then, but she's so woke that it's like scary. Where you're like, I'll just be like, I'm your friend, but like I don't want to get in any conversations because if I say the wrong thing, I feel like you're gonna freak out at me. And then randomly out of nowhere, she posts a thing where she's like, here's my Trump memorabilia collection. And I was just like, hold the fucking phone. What?
No, you can own that ironically.
She was not.
You can own it seriously too. I'm just saying there's a defense for stuff like that.
Yeah, dude. I was like, no fucking way. So this person.
So you thought she was woke, but she was.
No, she's very pro-trans, very pro-gay, very defund the police, all this other stuff. But she thinks Trump's the guy to do it.
Yeah, Trump's not. He's helping tear down the American.
Trump spent less money on the police than Biden did.
There you go.
So
then the Democrats, and I say crats with a KKK in it.
What a fucked up world we live in.
No, it's funny.
It is funny that he was magnitudes worse.
Oh, Biden?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you think they're arresting dear leader right now? They're indicting him.
Are they really?
Every single day.
I'm so out of the loop.
He's been like indicted like 3 times in the last week.
Yeah, I remember they keep trying.
Well, it's like every single time it'll be like, yeah, it turns out Joe Biden was on like the 20 phone calls with Hunter Biden and was gifted like $10 million by Ukrainian gas companies.
Yeah.
And then within 24 hours, the Biden's DOJ is just like, actually, Trump said something mean before January 6th, and we're going to charge him for that. Trump tweeted a bad word, and we're going to get him finally. I'm like, all right.
Yeah. Yeah, something's up with the whole, something's going on with our government, and everything is bad.
But I think Biden is cool now that I know he's a criminal.
He is like a legit, for real criminal, but...
Would you do that? I would defend my son.
Yeah. No, I mean, listen.
I get it. I understand it.
I understand it. As a guy, I'm like, oh yeah, you're fucking doing geopolitics, and you're helping America do the coup in Ukraine and like war, and you're gonna make all this money when the country's destroyed and they have to rebuild it, and like your family's never gonna need money for 5 generations, and you get to be the president, and your son is a fucking crackhead, but you gotta defend him. I get it. Fuck it, man. If I was a rich guy, like, who knows? Maybe I don't think I would be like that, but I could see myself being up to shady shit.
I don't get generational wealth.
I don't either. I don't give a fuck what happens. Like, if I had kids, I'd be like, good luck, motherfucker.
You get a free ride.
Maybe I would change my mind if I had kids.
Maybe if they were cool kids, but my idea is like, you get a free ride while I'm alive. If you're cool.
Hey, that's my thing. You're not incentivizing them to keep you around longer.
Yeah.
You want to incentivize your kids to be good to you the whole time you're alive because you're an integral part of the family. As soon as they're like, oh, dad made back alley deals with arms dealers and construction companies and gas companies so that he can rebuild Ukraine after it loses the war to Russia, which we always knew would happen.
We're not going to lose to Russia.
Oh, we already are.
No, if it was a real war. You said this before.
I don't
because
think
we're doing shady war stuff. We're like, oh no, we lost. Oops. But if America does real world war, we'll lose Cold War after Cold War. We'll lose proxy war after proxy war. We'll lose. We lost Korea and Vietnam because Douglas MacArthur wasn't allowed to use 200 nukes.
That is true. He did try. He kept calling them and being like, hey, what if I set a little one off? And they were like, no, stop trying to nuke them.
And so I'm saying, yes, we technically do lose the wars.
We've lost every war except for the first Iraq invasion.
No, and we've lost all those wars because if we won the wars, not only would it be bad for us, it'd be bad for everyone else.
It's true.
So we will not lose a real war.
I will say, to our credit, we did win the biggest war ever, and we've been really coasting on that. It's kind of like...
Yeah, we've been coasting on the nuke. Did you see Oppenheimer?
No, did you?
No, I didn't care.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it or Barbie. Dude, so many people. Did you see Barbie? I was like, no, dude, I'm not a fucking... Why would I watch that?
I saw a bunch of lib cucks being like, I just saw Oppenheimer, and I don't think we needed to drop the nukes. And I'm just like, dude, you don't know. You are not reading what Japanese generals were saying.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude, I don't know. I don't think I think that we probably could have done it differently, but when people are like, there was no reason to, it's like, nah, you could make with the time they had, with the information they had at the time, you could make a decent argument for the first one. It was...
No, I sent you that thing. Let me find it real quick.
Dude.
There's a general
Multiple generals. There were. I mean, listen. If you're an American military analyst and you watch what happens on Saipan and Iwo Jima, and these guys fight to the death and inflict more casualties than are taken often, literally just to slow us down. You're like, oh, they're gonna like fucking.
I was texting you this. This is a direct quote from one of their generals. I don't know how high he was. It's not because in Japan in World War II there was the emperor, and then there was like Tojo. He's like the 5-star general, and this might be like a 4-star or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know what Tojo was up to, but I think he was just like, I don't want to surrender.
Yeah, no, none of them did. The emperor could be convinced, but that was like a whole different thing.
So this guy, Korichika Anami, this is immediately after the bomb of Little Boy over Hiroshima. I was convinced that the Americans had only one bomb. And you're like, why would you say that? And so he goes, even after the bomb, this is just this is Wikipedia. I'm reading off of Wikipedia. Even after the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, Anami opposed acceptance of the Potsdam Declaration. I think that's them like, hey, we got to fucking surrender. We need to surrender. And proposed instead for a large-scale battle to be fought on Japanese mainland that would cause such a massive Allied casualties that Japan would somehow be able to evade surrender and perhaps even keep some what of it had already conquered. So there's like multiple instances of generals before we drop the bomb being like, no, you got to come stop us.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And then
they're out of their mind.
And then they're like, all right. They're like crunching the numbers of like, all right, so we're going to invade Japan. The people who are doing kamikaze plane runs.
yeah.
The generals who are all these people who are, and I'm saying it's based that they're all their warriors are like, they have a warrior culture that is like, we don't surrender. We're going to fight until we're the last guy, and that's it. You're gonna fight us here.
That's why World War II was so destructive. It was 4 of the craziest warrior cultures that have ever existed in the history of the world, literally being like, my entire civilization versus you. Russia, Germany, America, and Japan.
Here's what I think is also, I'm saying I'm defending the use of nuclear weapons.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
You have Nazi Germany doing a Holocaust.
Yeah.
Them fucking around and just being like doing a genocide. You have Japan doing who knows what kind of atrocities. Mega genocide in China.
They were doing mega genocide hard as fuck. No one talks about it, but they really did. They were sewing people together and shit.
Japan being extremely fucked up and evil.
Dude,
I don't know what Russia was doing. I think they were doing genocide. I think they were just being like, hey, stop touching us.
Do you know how crazy Japan was?
But here's okay. Well, how crazy? Was Japan?
Japan was so crazy that fascists and communists in China were like, we gotta fucking team up. Like that's like unheard of for 2 groups of people to be like, who are diametrically opposed, just to be like, hey, we gotta fucking team up to fight these. It would be like if aliens attacked Earth.
Yeah. So I think basically America's like, damn, things are getting pretty crazy. Then Japan attacks us and we're like, all right, we're dropping 2 nukes on you because you need to stop doing a Holocaust. You need to stop doing a Holocaust over here. Everybody chill the fuck out or we'll blow up the whole world. And everyone's like, all right, fine. America has nukes. And it worked. If we would have just done a land invasion, so many more people would have died because every Japanese general before, not every, but a lot of them, were like, we're not going to surrender. You're going to have to come stop us. Then after we drop nukes, a bunch of them like, we're still not going to surrender. And it really took the emperor, who they feel is God, to be like, we got to surrender, you guys. And then I think they surrendered and a bunch of generals still killed themselves.
Yeah, a bunch of people.
Because they're like, I didn't want to surrender. Fuck this.
There were a bunch of people over the course of the war that it took forever for them to surrender. There were guys in the Philippines who didn't surrender until like the 60s.
And it's like, whenever I see some stupid weak soy boy on Twitter being like, we didn't need to use the nukes, I'm like, you've never seen anything horrific in your life. Like you've never, like you don't know how bad it is outside of your apartment. I feel like America is completely justified in how crazy the world was. I'm talking about a Holocaust in Germany and on the Eastern, and America's like, everybody fucking stop right now.
I will say it was crazy. It was a crazy time. I mean,
I defend it. And I'm not. You can't convince me that it was not. Well, we would have sent a bunch of troops, and then I think if we would have done just no nukes, someone else would have used it, and then it would have been even worse.
Yeah, it would have been really bad. It would have been really bad to fight them without it. Listen, there's a lot of people who are like, historically, we can make arguments for this and that, and it's like, yeah, but you'll never know. And that's the thing specifically about the Japanese is that, or the Imperial Japanese armies.
So cool.
Yeah, no, they rocked hard as fuck, dude. They did not fuck around, and it's really hard to predict what was going to happen. Hey, no military analyst could have predicted that they would have attacked Pearl Harbor. So many of them genuinely were like, this is a bad idea. We should not do this. And they still did it.
Why do you think
a lot of people
it?
Don't know why. I'm not joking. A lot of Japanese, like high up military guys were like, we shouldn't do, like they were unpredictable. They were effective. They just operate off a different set of rules.
Hey, I applaud them for it because now we're best friends.
No, yeah.
America and Japan are BFFs.
You know when you get into a really crazy fight in middle school and you beat each other up, and then like later one of you is like, hey, that's a pretty cool drawing of a monster you did. You know, and then the other one's like, hey man, I really like how you're pretty cool, you got muscles or whatever, and the other guy is like, dude, I heard your dad owns a sword. And then you're like, dude, we should be best friends. Fuck it.
America and Germany are BFFs too.
Yeah.
Not as cool. We're not as close as Japan.
Nah, not even kind of as close.
But that's because Europe is physically in between us, and they're trying to make us enemies. They don't want America and Germany to be BFFs.
Oh yeah, that would be, yeah. That's weird. I think that Germany more than ever is kind of like, hey, Germany's kind of even doing weird shit right now where they're like, do we even want to do NATO? And everyone's like, hey, Germany, chill the fuck out. We see what you're doing. Last time you did this to Norm Macdonald. And Germany went to war a second time. And who did they choose as their opponent? The world. But, yeah, Germany's in trouble from they need Russian gas.
With all that said, what is your review of Oppenheimer? The movie neither of us watched.
My review of Oppenheimer is that it should have ended 45 minutes earlier than it did.
Okay, I think it could have used more gratuitous nudity and action scenes.
I wish that Oppenheimer was like the movie Pearl Harbor, where like
more romantic, like a chick flick, a sleeper chick flick.
Yeah, a sleeper chick flick, and then the first 2/3 are like all about one thing, and then for no reason the last third is about a completely separate thing. Where you're like, what the fuck? Because they do the Doolittle raid in Pearl Harbor. They get revenge for Pearl Harbor. So it'd be cool if the first 2/3 of Oppenheimer was one thing, and then the last third of Oppenheimer was just like Douglas MacArthur being like, let me nuke Korea, please. Fuck, I want it so bad.
Wait, Korea? Pearl Harbor? The Korean War was...
Yeah, it would have been later. It would be later.
Like 20 years later.
Or you could just show that... Do they show them dropping the bombs in Oppenheimer?
I didn't know. I didn't watch it. Oh, I think they do.
I'm asking you as like a man who didn't watch it if they did.
I don't know. There's like one bomb scene. I don't know if it's the test or Hiroshima or Nagasaki.
Do you know who has a really good sense of humor about World War II?
The Japanese?
Yeah, they're really funny. All my friends from Japan are really funny about it.
Because there was like 5 spots they were going to nuke, right? There's 5 designated cities.
Oh,
no,
wow.
there was 5 choices. They were only going to nuke them twice.
Yeah.
And so Hiroshima is the first one to get nuked, right?
Yeah.
And then there was like a backup city in case that didn't work, but they didn't go for that one. Then Nagasaki is actually the backup city to the second run. Because the first city, I don't know what it's called, but it was too cloudy that day. So the B-52 like did a run around it, and it was still too cloudy. Dude. So then on its return flight, Nagasaki was on the return like, hey, it's cloudy, but I'm going for it. So that city, the original city, it's like it has some name. I wonder if I can find it. But the Japanese are like, oh, you have this city's luck. is like a idiom there. So when you're lucky, they just say that city's really lucky.
Damn.
Because it was just cloudy that day.
Fuck.
It'd be funny if they're like, "Ooh, you got some Nagasaki luck. That sucks, bro."
Dude, so the Japanese attacked. The Japanese are the only people to ever have a land war, an invasion land war in America since the British. But Alaska wasn't a state yet, so it kind of doesn't count.
So here's the thing: Luck of Kokura, the Japanese city that avoided atomic bombing twice.
Damn.
Oh yeah, because so it is. If you have the luck of Kokura, you're lucky, and they are. Dude, you didn't get nuked twice. Pretty lucky.
So I can't remember what place. Anyway, so the Japanese, a lot of people don't know that there was a big land war fought on the Alaskan Aleutian Islands between Japan and America.
Anyone who plays
What?
I was gonna say that's a follow-up, but that's China and America fight in the Fallout universe. Continue. Sorry.
Okay, yeah. So a lot of people don't know that Alaska was invaded by Japan before it became because it was the last place to become a state in the 50s. So during World War II, before it was technically America, Japan tried to occupy Alaska. So there was a big land war there. It was really fucking brutal and cold and sad. And
why would they go there?
Because
Alaska's always been...
It's strategically important.
Yeah, I know. It's either... If anything, Alaska belongs to Russia or Canada, but that's ours. Japan should go somewhere like Australia or somewhere closer.
Japan tried to go to Australia. That was a big one they wanted to do, and we stopped them, and that's why Australia has fought with us in every war we fought since World War II. Do you know the two countries that have had our back in every single war, no matter how fucked up we were for doing it, is South Korea and Australia? Because both of them are like, hey, thanks. Yeah. We appreciate it. Remember when we had Mega War and you saved us? And we're like, yes. Anyway, so while Japan was that close to the mainland, they did have like random, like they tried to shoot patrol boats and stuff in American waters. And one Japanese bomber accidentally made it over like some town in Oregon or Washington. I can't remember. And he kind of was like, you know what? Fuck it. And he just bombed a building in like Oregon. And anyway, that guy survived the war. And afterwards, when he was an old man, he flew to Oregon and he was like, hey, my bad, everybody. I bombed your town like 40 years ago. And the mayor of the town was like, we forgive you. Here's a tree.
That's how war crimes shouldn't punish soldiers. They should punish the people at the top.
Oh yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Like if there's just some like guy who's like, hey, I don't know, they were gonna kill me unless I joined the army. I'm like, that's fair, dude.
Yeah. I mean, you get like you get 100,000 guys together with no women around. You give them all guns and juice them up, and you don't think something crazy is gonna happen. Someone is responsible for this.
Yeah, and it's not those individuals.
Yeah, dude.
They're just pawns.
But it was nice that town like gave him a little tree and they planted it for him, and he was like, "Thank you for forgiving me." And then he went back to Japan. But it's so funny he flew all the way to America to be like, "Hey, I'm the only person to ever bomb the United States."
I apologize.
Besides Hawaii, and he was like, my bad about bombing the mainland.
Did he kill anyone?
I don't think he killed anyone, but he like burned a bunch of people's houses down or something.
I sincerely apologize for not killing any of your people. It's dishonorable to not kill more people.
I do love him being like, oh fuck, I'm over Oregon or something. Fuck it. And he just dropped his bombs and left. Like, whatever, I might as well do something with these. He probably had to drop them too because he needs to fuel, you know.
Gotta drop bombs somewhere.
Yeah, dude. It's fucking hilarious.
So don't see Oppenheimer.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's boring. I heard it was really good, but it seems boring. I couldn't care.
It's so funny. I've heard people from all sides be mad about Barbie and Oppenheimer. I saw people being really woke about Oppenheimer, being like, nukes are bad. And it's like, okay, sure, whatever. I don't care. Okay, what do you want to do about it? And then I saw people... Also, that's like a thing people already think, so who cares? And then the other thing was people were like, the Oppenheimer shows that it turns out the Oppenheimer and Einstein helped the Soviets get the bomb, and it's like,
so
communism is bad. And I'm like, what? Okay. Yeah, they did do that. What now?
Oh well.
Yeah, everyone's crying about everything. Did you see Barbie?
No, I didn't see
As a man who didn't see Barbie, what's your review?
I heard it was good. From people I trust.
Really?
I heard it was pretty good all around. Again, I don't like going to see a movie unless it's an awesome movie.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It's like, okay, I saw enough reviews where I'm like, I get it. I understand. Barbie's in the Barbie world, and then she goes to the real world, and then the real world sucks. But then she comes back, and Barbie world also sucks.
Because of men.
Sure, maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe it's deeper than that.
Maybe
blaming the patriarchy doesn't fix everything.
I don't know.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know. I can't say for myself. Don't see Oppenheimer and don't see Barbie movie.
Do you know what you should see? Ninja Turtles.
No, don't see Ninja Turtles.
I saw it. It was good.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
Seth Rogen made that movie.
It was good.
And he sucks.
Dude, you would be surprised.
What does he have, the turtle smoking weed?
No, okay. Seth Rogen sucks. I agree with you, but Jackie Chan is in the movie and he...
Whoa, I love Jackie Chan.
He's Splinter.
I heard Splinter was gay.
No.
Oh, he's not gay.
No, Splinter's horny, though.
That was fake news.
Yeah, that's fake news. Splinter isn't gay. Splinter hooks up with like a weird fucking monster thing. It's very funny. It's pretty good.
Is the monster male?
No. The monster's a lady, I'm pretty sure, actually.
You're pretty sure. You're not 100% sure. That means Splinter might be gay.
Splinter could be gay. I think Splinter might be...
Unless you're
Splinter
100,
might be bisexual.
Unless you're... And if you're bisexual, you're gay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
This is my thing. This is my theory on... There's two genders. There's two sexuality. It's sexuality, gender.
There's just two things.
There's only two things. You're either a straight man or you're gay. That's it. If you're a woman, you're gay. if you're trans, whichever way you trans to, you're gay. That's what the G in LGBT stands for. If you're L, you're gay. If you're L, you're G. If you're B, you're G. Okay. If you're T, you're G to me. If you're plus A, 2, Q, to me...
Wait, what's the 2 stand for?
I don't know. It's a new thing. If you're any of those new things, hey, to me, as a straight cis white male, you're gay. And I'm not saying that pejorative. I'm just saying, oh, that's a gay guy. That's a gay person over there. Yeah. There's too many things.
So it's all gay.
I'm just like, hey, I got enough room for there's straight guys who I don't fuck. I don't fuck straight guys.
Do you fuck gay guys?
I fuck gay. Not gay guys, because gay guys are just gay.
You can fuck gay ladies.
I fuck gay anything.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If you're a little twink, you're gay. That's not a straight guy. So it is. If two straight guys do accidentally fuck, then they become gay.
Oh,
they knock each other out.
Oh,
and
fuck.
they become the second thing.
It's like two positives become a negative.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah,
so there's only two. There's only two things.
You're
either a straight man or you're not.
I will say that everyone's wild desire for attention and their specific thing to be recognized does incredible damage to their cause.
If you have pronouns, you're gay. If you have he, him in your bio, that's a gay person.
Dude, can I just...
Because a straight guy, even me saying cis is a little sus. That I know what cis means.
It is gay that you know that.
No, it's sus. I'm not gay. I'm suspect.
I think using the word cis in everyday language is pretty gay.
I'm just trying to extend an olive branch to our gay audience, so they know what I'm talking about. I have to know what I'm saying.
It's true.
But I'm saying your dad. That's a normal straight guy. Your mom. She's gay.
Your mom's gay. Everyone knows that.
She might have kissed a girl once.
I am with you. There should be only one thing, and then the other thing,
and then everything else.
And it's like because that way it's so easy. Imagine how much easier it would be to explain to your dad. You're like, I'm trans, and he goes, that one's gay, right? And you go, yeah, whatever.
That's
and he goes, all right, you're weird.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, you're a different thing. You're not, whatever, I don't care.
You're not the thing I am? Okay, well, makes sense to me.
Yeah, but now you have to do all these specifics and all this fucking... No, but you have to recognize my specific struggle. No. Just be gay.
Yeah.
Just be gay. It's so much easier for dumb people to understand.
That's who you have to appeal to.
Imagine if the Black Panthers were like, we need to recognize, and they started like listing all these other groups. Nah, dude, we're black and we're Panthers. That's it. Like, fuck all that.
The optics are good for it.
It's really good optics. Black Panthers were cool, dude. Fuck, they're awesome. It's so sick to get a group and be like, dude, we like Panthers. What's the second thing you're into? All of us have guns and berets. You go, all right, that sounds fucking awesome.
Did you have to be black to be in the Black Panthers? Would they accept a Latino like me?
I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I don't think they had a lot of non-white people hanging out.
That's fair.
That is fair.
I wouldn't want to be part of a club that would accept me.
Also, you have to remember that like the ideas that Latinos are not a part of what we got going on is like a new thing. And now it's been reversed. So we're back to Latinos being regular.
We're not regular.
I mean,
we're our own thing.
Yeah, you are your own thing, but in World War II and stuff, you know, there were plenty of Gonzaleses, you know, just like hanging out, doing whatever. Like, no one gave a fuck.
Oh, by the way, welcome back to Cowboy Boys.
Oh, hey, yeah, it's nice to be here.
Because you used to be a host, and then you missed the past month.
Yeah, dude, I missed a lot of work.
I was thinking about rehiring you, but then you show up in that. No pants, no shoes.
I have pants.
No, barely a shirt. You get no job. Where have you been? Can you talk about it on the
Sex
normal?
sells.
Do you want to talk about it on the normal episode?
Yeah, let's talk about it on the normal
Explain
episode.
to all the people who've been messaging me for the past month.
Hey, everyone.
You don't have to.
No, let's talk about it.
Because you disappeared.
I've been living in Salt Lake City, Utah, bodybuilding.
Yeah.
No, I'm there because
you left suddenly to where I didn't even know, and I thought you would be back. I thought you were just going to be back and gone within a week. That's why I didn't say anything at the first.
I thought I would be back and gone within a week too, but here's the deal. My grandfather, who's 100 years old, decided to have a heart attack. He made the choice, right? His pacemaker stopped working.
He's unhealthy. His unhealthy lifestyle.
Yeah, dude. His horrible lifestyle. He got vaccinated. He's just fucking drinking a Dr. Pepper every day.
One?
A regular one.
Oh, that's not good.
It's bad. And so
the caffeine will give you a heart attack.
He got a pacemaker put in when he was like 72. And then the pacemaker only lasts for so long the batteries go out because you're not supposed to live like doctors are like, yeah, you can't live this long. So he outlived his pacemaker. The battery in his pacemaker broke, so he just has a lump of metal like or whatever. Or the thing is attached to his heart.
So wait, does he need a new pacemaker?
He can't get one. He'll die. He's too old to have the surgery. So the pacemaker just has not been working for like 3 years.
How's he pumping blood?
His heart is just working.
I thought they replaced your heart with a pacemaker.
No, the pacemaker assists
makes the pace.
Your heart. Yes.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So my grandpa's heart just is strong, got stronger from the pacemaker.
You think it's running off momentum?
I don't know what it's doing, dude. So he had a heart attack, which kills people my age. And then he just decided, well, fuck it, I'll live through this. And not only will I live through it, but we all thought he was going to be like, all like fucked up and weird. Nope. Just started. I went over there to watch him die. Literally shook his hand like, hey, so you'll be dying in this hospital bed. And he was like, yeah, they're fucking, I should be dead or whatever. And then he just refused to die. And then they were like, I guess we'll put him on a hospice.
Yeah, so 1 week turned into 2 weeks.
Yeah, so then they're like, well, let's take him home and he'll die within the week. So we took him home, and then my mom is like, I think he's getting stronger. He keeps like getting up and walking around and shit. And he didn't eat for like 5 days. And so we were like,
well, fasting is good for you. That is for people who want to live long. Do these like types of fasting, and it does something. I can't remember the name of it. It makes your body generate these certain type of cells or whatever that do make you live longer.
Yeah. I mean, listen, religious people have been doing it forever. Mm-hmm. Buddhist monks.
I think it's pretty good.
Meditation and fasting and self-control, there's something to it. Anyway, my grandpa, he is living. So then we were like, well, he stopped eating. So we were like, oh, well, he'll just die this week then. And then one day he was just ate like 5 Taco Bell tacos. So we were like, all right, I guess he's back. And he just is fine. Yeah, I mean, he's dying. He's clearly like, he looks like he's deteriorating, but his mind is sharp. He's still walking. He literally refused. He told me he wants to die, but he's not going to just do it.
He's not going to give up.
He's not going to make the choice. Dying is a choice, and he refuses to make it.
It really is.
It's just what he says. And so
do you think Do you think you accidentally extended his life by going and visiting him?
He literally was surprised, like, I can't believe you came to see me. I was like, bitch, you're fucking dying. I thought you were going to die in front of me right now. And
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think you flying out to
Dragon Ball Z, like, gave him spirit bomb energy.
No, it's just like when you don't have a family. That's how you know if your spouse truly loves you. If they're dying and then they see you, they're like, all right, I'm out here.
Oh shit! Oh fuck, she's here.
Goes. If your spouse is draining you of the energy and you're like, no, my life force, you don't have any to fight the cancer. But if someone truly invigorates you, you're like, it's your Dragon Ball energy.
I add to people's lives. I don't take away.
I'm a multiplier. I reflect back of what you deserve.
Okay, interesting. We do have different styles.
Uh-huh.
I will say genuinely, there's something about people who just like drain you where I'm like, I've been trying to get rid of those people in my life more and more. A lot of them, I love them. They're great people and they're sweet, and I don't think they do it on purpose.
Yeah,
but
sometimes you're
dude, you're a vampire.
You visit them a little, like once a month, have a little call, and then you're out.
Yeah, dude. And it's nothing they're doing. It's like an innate thing. It can't be taught. It can't be untaught.
I think it can be.
You think? I just think it's how people are, like how they deal with crisis, how they speak to you, there's just something about them where you're like, you need help. You need my energy. Like, you're not strong.
You can reprogram anything about you.
I think maybe you're right. I do think it's weakness, though. There's a weakness there, and I don't like it. I like people who have life. They have thoughts and opinions, and they fucking have energy, and they give it to you.
It can be a strength to be such a vampire, just take everything.
Here's a good way to know if you might be a vampire. If you've never walked into a room someone you're dating is in, and you're just dancing your way in.
I was going to say, and everyone starts getting hard. What the hell?
But if you've never like brought energy into a room, if you've never danced into a room, you're probably a vampire. No, it's true.
Dancing.
You never.
That's the normie. That's the NPC.
But that's why I use it as the example, because it's the one most people are going to be familiar with.
I don't like it.
I know you don't like it because you're evil.
No.
Anyway, my grandpa refuses to die. It's been a month now. I just watch him wither away every day. I hang out with him, and he tells me he's going to die and that he's looking forward to it. So I spend about 4 days a week hanging out with my grandpa as much as I can, and watching the only person who was ever kind to me when I was a child slowly die. And then I go and be funny on the weekends and hope he doesn't die while I'm gone. And then I come back on Sunday and I shake his hand and I go, not dead yet. And he goes, nope, not yet.
When you see him on Sunday, how does he look?
He looks all right.
Does he look like he's deteriorated more?
Oh, you think like I'm like being gone is like making it so he's not as strong?
Yes.
Maybe. I don't know.
And so over when you're hanging out with him, does then he like recharge his batteries and then you leave again and then he's like, oh.
maybe.
He was supposed to just die in a week.
Yeah.
But you're like.
But it's been like a month and a week now. So yeah, anyway, I'm just.
Has he told you any stuff?
Yeah.
That you're like.
Oh, yeah.
He's like. One time.
Yeah, no, definitely.
That's the best part about an old guy dying.
He also told me, he's like, hey, if there's anything you want to tell me, so I could take it to the grave. You want to get something off your chest.
You don't want to tell a guy who's dying because he's going to go up and tell God.
I know.
That's the last person you want to tell.
That's what I told him. I said, I was like, Grandpa, just so you know, I got baptized, and I just tell God that I'm thinking about him if he's up there. if it's not God, if you meet Odin, tell him I like him too. Whatever it is, just do it. Those are the only two options for my grandfather. I don't know what the other ones would be. It would be funny if my grandpa got up there and they were Greek and he's like, what the fuck? Send me to hell.
Did you ever hear about that one? There was like some Jewish guy who was like secretly Christian for the last 40 years, and on his deathbed he was like, actually Jesus Christ is king. And everyone's like, what the fuck?
That's so funny.
I mean, it happens with every single religion.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who are like, I'm an atheist, and then on the bed they're like, get the Catholic in here, get the priest in
That's
here,
so
just
funny.
in case.
That's the way to do it.
Death is scary.
I wouldn't be scared.
Here's my thing. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with the idea of not asking God for help because I was just so annoyed with like bad Christians that would, and you probably also got annoyed. So like something really bad would happen and someone would be like, we should pray. And I'd be like, no, I'm going to do this myself. I don't, he doesn't owe me and I don't owe him. Like that was like my thought process as a child. So I was obsessed with the idea that if I started dying, I wouldn't be scared of like what was going to happen. That I'd be like, someone would be like, do you want to pray or anything? I'd be like, no, I'm cool. He'll see me if he's up there. Like I was just like really fucking weird about it. Now I don't care. I would think about other stuff. Sometimes when there's really bad turbulence, I imagine myself getting sucked out of the plane. And as I'm falling to my death, I try to like think about what I would think about. You ever do that?
Yes, I love thinking about death.
Yeah, so I'm always like, I think I would think about like, I think I would just like think about people I care about, and then I would like have fun with it for the last second.
I think you lose consciousness when you get depressurized out of a plane.
Not me, I'm built different.
You'd hold your breath?
I would hold my breath, and I would be strong enough to think about everyone I've ever loved. And then for the last 3 seconds, I would be like, fuck yeah! And I would do a backflip, and that would die.
I wouldn't waste the last few seconds of my life thinking of people I loved, because they're not going to know about it.
Well, yeah, it's true.
They know I love them. They don't know that I'm dying right now.
Matt, can I tell you?
What?
The people you love don't know that you love them.
No, the people,
you're not a good communicator.
The people, they do know.
Okay.
I don't love a lot of people, but they know. I'd be thinking about tits.
Hell yeah, dude.
Like, oh, yeah, those were good ones. Fuck. Yeah, I think I'm still not sold on whether I want to die. Because dying instantly is nice. You don't even feel it.
You just get to go, but
and then you're like, you wake up and you're like, what? Where am I? A new nightmare, whole new place. But I'm also like, I've always thought you only get to die once, right? It kind of would be cool
that we know of,
that you remember in this lifetime.
Yeah,
I think it kind of would be, because I'll see like those Mexican cartel videos and I'll be like, it kind of would be cool for the last thing you ever to do to be the most painful and excruciating thing you ever do.
Jesus.
And it's over so quickly.
Is it?
Yeah, it's only like a couple minutes.
What if you know how sometimes people think that if you get guillotined, you stay alive for a couple seconds?
I think so.
It's just a head. What about that? That would be pretty wild.
That'd be okay.
You'd be looking around like, fuck, dude, I'm headless. This sucks.
Yeah, so anyway, I die. I'm like, whatever. I see the cool parts of any dying slowly. The only way, like, even if I'm like, oh, you have 4 months to die, I'm like, ooh, it's gonna be a crazy 4 months. So it's like, no matter how slowly,
yeah,
or how quick, I'm like, I guess I'm ready for it.
I can't decide.
Or I'm not ready, but whatever.
Dude, if someone tells me I have a terminal illness, I'm gonna tell no one.
Yeah,
you'll know. My behavior will clue you in. Yeah, because I'll stop working.
You'll know,
and I'll start being insane. But it'll be a cool 4 months.
You'll definitely know I have a terminal illness when you're seeing me from a police helicopter.
Yeah.
Whatever I'm up to, and you'll know. Like, is that Mac?
Yeah.
I guess he must be dying. That's how you'll know. And then you'll go to macarthur.xyz to read my manifesto.
Oh, dude. Have you ever tried to write a manifesto?
No, I don't. I'm not dying.
Just to see what it would be like?
Should I?
Yeah, you should write a manifesto. I think you'd be good at it.
Oh, I'd be so good at manifesto. Here's what I would do with manifesto. Most manifestos, too long.
Yeah, you got to be succinct.
I have a lot of things I want to say in a manifesto, but I know that the people reading my manifesto are going to get bored. So I have to start with like a crazy thing. I'm like, hey, if you're reading this right now, I know you're watching me, you're watching the cool video of me, whatever I'm doing at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm going to be at the beginning. I'm like, I'm going to keep this short, and here's what needs to happen. We need to get money out of politics. Like, and it'll be bulleted. It won't even be paragraphs.
Yeah,
it'll just be like, this is why, this is it. Maybe like 3 points, I think. And then at the end, I would do the Christopher Dorner thing. I'd be like, I really like Norm Macdonald.
yeah.
And like, I'd do some shout outs. There's been some manifestos that they're not publishing anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably been a lot.
Yeah, I was going to say, which ones didn't get published?
I think the trans person who shot up that one school.
They got smoked.
Yeah, they didn't publish it. I like Manifesto. It's interesting.
I want to read that person's manifesto for sure. I want to know what they're up to.
I want to know.
Did they ever get the Pulse nightclub guys manifesto out?
I don't know. I should start collecting all of them.
You should. Here's the thing. There's been so many shooters that aren't white guys that people are starting to be like, oh, now we got to like do a different thing. Like let's not pay attention to this. Because wasn't there a mass shooting in like San Francisco a while ago, like right before I left to Utah, and no one was talking about it. Like 12 people got shot, and it was in a black neighborhood, and it was a black guy. Because I have friends who are like black communists, and they're like, hey, just so you know, like white guys are definitely not the main people shooting people up, and the reason you don't hear about other communities getting shot up is because no one gives a fuck about us. And then as liberals, you do your little white men are bad thing. And you don't realize you're actually like making it harder for other communities to get help because you're so busy doing your fucking liberal bullshit.
Is that what you're gonna do in your manifesto?
That's what I'm gonna do in my manifesto. I'm gonna go.
I would put some jokes in my manifesto.
I would put some jokes in my manifesto. My manifesto would self-destruct Mission Impossible style. I don't know.
How would you do that? I would be like, Donald Trump is a bad person. Just kidding. Hi, I fooled you. Now you're reading my manifesto.
My manifesto would have a secret code in it that leads you to my real super manifesto.
All right. That's fun.
Yeah, so that I would have double manifesto, and then one day people would find it. Or I would put, what else? You could do a time capsule. So then people in the future would be like, hey, did you know that guy that did all those horrible things or whatever? He has a new manifesto coming out.
Oh, what if you like
10 years later?
What if you had like a weekly newsletter that you started building up? Oh. So then it's like, hey, it's my weekly manifesto. I hope things have changed. But you just have a dead man drop that keeps going.
You could be vlogging for a long time.
Yeah, that Mr. Beast has that. Mr. Beast has recorded a video that he says is not going to be released till after he's dead.
What?
Yeah. And I think he said on some interview where he's like, he's recorded he has one where there's a video that will release that is when he dies, but he's like set it up to where he's making so many videos that there should still be a bunch of content even after he dies that just keeps getting released and released.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
The work ethic when you have $1 million.
I guess. Why is he called Mr. Beast?
It was like Mr. Beast 6969, just one of those early. It's one of your stupid. I don't know what the reason is, but it's like everyone's username when they were a kid.
I have a shitty username from when I was a kid.
Yeah, mine's Mini Mac.
That is a weird one. I know why.
Because the Austin Powers movies came out.
Yeah, and you have a father named Mac.
Yeah, and so
you're like, I'm the Mini.
One of his coworkers like, hey, you're like Mini Mac. And I was like, yeah, that's
Mini
funny.
Mac actually rolls off the tongue and is kind of fun.
That used to be my online handle, but then I don't use it anymore.
I think it's a good one.
Now my gamer handle is Spankmeister.
It's so funny.
And then that one I got banned on Fortnite for that. I had to change my name.
You got banned on Fortnite?
I had to change my name from Spankmeister because it was too gratuitous.
Oh, really?
Now I have it. Now it's Spank with an E. Spankmeister.
Oh, so you kept that. I thought you got banned. Have you been playing Fortnite?
Not really. Been playing BattleBit.
What happened to El Chupa Libre? El Chupa El
Latino Heat?
Yeah, no, yeah.
What is El Chupa Libre?
The guy that you were going to get, the skin. Have you been watching out for it?
They haven't released El Chapulín.
El Chapulín, yeah, that's right. Dude, fucking Fortnite hates Latinos, dude.
Hey, everyone does.
I know it. Not me. You know that I'm a huge supporter.
So, do you think we should what do you think? You want to come back to the podcast?
Yeah, I guess.
Here's what I want. I want you to start promoting it more.
Okay. I honestly, like, genuinely, I should do that. I probably should.
I feel like...
Here's the thing. I'll promote it more if a certain someone who is paid to be the producer cuts some fun little clips where it makes me look funny and good. And then I post them on my Instagram.
I'll do my best, but I can't do the impossible. You're just autistically talking about the war. And here's what happened, really. And I'm just like, hey, man, lighten it up.
Dude, but no, these people love that. And then what was the other demand?
Let's see. You need to show up to work once a month, minimum 1 to 2 episodes. I'm gonna say 2 episodes every month.
No promises.
You have to minimum show up to 2 episodes, regular episodes, and 1 Patreon episode every month.
Okay.
Minimum. I know we're under extraneous. Is that's the wrong word? Extraneous circumstances.
We are. The circumstances are extraneous.
Why don't you have your grandpa come join the podcast?
I should, because he'd say something wild.
He's gonna die. You can't cancel a 100-year-old man.
It's so true.
What is he gonna? Oh no, they're gonna call God. Don't let him into heaven. He was on a podcast and he said something mad.
I actually don't know what my grandpa would even. I don't think my grandpa's ever really said anything. I guess he said, like, he calls black people colored people. Well, he's 101, and he's doing it in like a nice way too.
Oh,
he's like, I really love this colored fella, and I'm like, and I'm not gonna correct him. He's 100. What am I gonna what for who?
Actually. They're called BIPOC now.
Dude, he would be like, what the fuck is that? I'm not doing that. He would genuinely probably, if you explain to him like how you're supposed to talk to people, he would be like, why would you be rude to them like that? You gotta call them the nice thing. Like he would think like, no, you're being mean.
Is he good with technology?
No, not really.
He can't, like, if he
was for a while, and then he had a moment like in his 80s where he's like, I don't care anymore, I give up. I don't want to like figure out how to work movies or whatever. Turn on the TV, I'll watch whatever's on and I'll hang out. Okay. I don't care. I don't want a fancy phone, I want a flip phone. Like he gave up in like 2000. He was like, I'm done. This is it. This is as far as technology goes for me. I refuse to learn more.
Yeah. No, I like to learn the new stuff.
Yeah, no, I would too, but he's out. He doesn't care. Like, he loves movies, and I'm like, I could get you a DVD player and stuff, and he's like, I watch what's on TV. I just watch what's on TV. I don't give a fuck.
That's nice.
Like, all right.
That's nice.
Yeah, it is nice. So, it is what it is. But yeah, he probably would have some fun stuff to say. I feel like you'd wind him up and start asking him about crazy stuff.
You think I would wind him up?
Yeah, you'd be like, "What's the best way to cut a man's head off?" There was something my grandpa would
ask him like that.
I don't know what you would say, but you'd really get him going, I'm sure.
Like riling up a dog, or
yeah.
Would he like me?
Yeah, he knows who you are.
Oh, okay. Does he listen to the pod?
No.
Oh, but he could watch it on YouTube.
He could watch it on YouTube.
Oh, well. We'll consider letting you back on.
All right. Well, let me know what happens with that.
So many people have dropped off the Patreon.
Oh, really?
It's kind of dipping a little bit.
Okay. Well,
I think a lot of people were messaging me asking if I was like scamming.
What?
Like that we had ended the podcast, but I was just taking the money.
Hey, if you're listening to this and you canceled the Patreon, you got to come back at a higher tier. I'm watching my fucking grandfather die, and you're leaving the Patreon?
That is a good point.
Help us out. What are you doing?
Yeah, I should go back. I'm going to go through every single one and be like, you left this month and you came back this month. You piece of shit.
Oh my God. Yeah, guys, I've been in no position to fucking podcast. I have zero memory of like almost any of the shows I've done over the last month. That's how like I was on autopilot 100 trillion% because I just have like my only emotions are anger and horny. That's all I feel.
Horny for your grandpa dying?
Yeah, dude.
Has your grandpa seen you do stand-up?
Well, you get angry, you work out, and then you get horny. My grandpa has seen me do stand-up, not in real life, but on TV, yes.
What does he think?
I don't know. I don't think he cares.
He loves Seinfeld, right?
He likes Seinfeld, yes.
Is that his favorite comic?
Yeah, I think so.
That's fair.
Yeah.
100-year-old guy would like Seinfeld.
Yeah, no, yeah. He's like, Seinfeld's great.
He observes a lot of interesting things.
He observes a lot of it. He really does.
Man, that Seinfeld really has got the world figured out.
Yeah, my grandpa likes Seinfeld. I think he just likes the show. I don't think he knows anything about anything else Seinfeld has done.
So you think he's actually a Larry David fan?
Yeah, I think he doesn't know it, but he's a Larry David fan.
You should show him Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Should I?
What is going to be the last show he watches before he dies?
Oh, fuck.
If he has to, you should show him Evangelion. Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Dude, Grandpa, sit down. I have something to show you. It's going to be awesome.
There's one thing.
Grandpa would be like, why is this kid such a pussy? Yeah. He would be so mad.
No, that's what everyone who watches the show thinks.
It makes you furious. I had to stop watching Attack on Titan because they have a character just like that. He's just like a big fucking bitch. And you're like, I can't watch you be a coward on right now. It makes me insane.
Has he seen Speed Racer? That's a good.
I don't think he's seen Speed Racer. He has seen The Matrix, though.
Does he like The Matrix?
I think he thought it was fine.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what are the last things he should watch. What albums should he listen to?
He only likes two things. He likes traditional Swiss music because he's from Switzerland. So he listens to Swiss music, which is like yodeling. Like straight up like
really?
Like yeah, like clog, like like full on like I mean it's technically tribal music, that's what he's into. It's where he comes from. He listens to that and he listens to one artist only, Johnny Cash.
Nice.
Yeah. He likes Johnny Cash.
Does he drink beer?
Nope. My grandpa has never drank in his life.
I don't believe that.
I think he's tried something, but I mean, when I say he hasn't, I don't mean he's never imbibed alcohol. I just mean he's never drank.
Yeah.
Like I don't think he's ever been drunk.
From someone from Switzerland?
No. When he was a kid, he said his dad would offer him alcohol in the morning, as a 14-year-old.
That's why he doesn't like it now.
Yeah. He told me that because his family, they all lived in like a thing together, and they had dairy cows. They were all dairy workers, and so they would all have to wake up at like 4 something a.m. together. And like once you're a kid and you're 13, now you got to start working. So they would all wake up together, and they would all under the sink. They had like a giant bottle of vodka or something, and they would all drink out of it.
Nice.
And my grandpa was like, I just never wanted to, so I was one of the ones who didn't.
Ew, cooties.
Yeah. So everyone would get a little sauced up to milk the cows in the morning, and then they would hang out all afternoon, and then they would milk cows in the evening, and then that would be their lives. They worked a lot. But
you should show him Norm Macdonald's last special.
Okay.
That might be maybe not. That's one where Norm Macdonald released it after he died.
He
might want to not be thinking about dying.
I don't know. My grandpa doesn't give a shit.
No, okay.
He thinks about dying. He literally tells me he wants to die. I asked him how he was last week, and he goes, still here. I was like, all right, fuck, man. Hey, just so you know, I have to watch you die, so it's a whole thing. He doesn't care, though. He's like, well, that's part of life. Yeah, you got to watch me die.
It is part of life.
Yeah, he's like, what do you want me to, like, be sad about it? You fucking pussy? I'm dying. I was like, yeah, you're right. I mean, you have to watch. Everyone you love is going to die, so, like, me being like, how do I expect him to be?
Not me. I'm going to get cryogenically frozen.
I'll die way before you.
Yeah, because I'm going to get cryogenically frozen, and I won't experience true death, and I will achieve more immortality whenever they unthaw me.
What if you accidentally experience some weird type of purgatory where you never die, but you're not alive?
That'd be cooler than what everyone else is doing, because it's a unique, different thing.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, everyone else died? I'm so much cooler than you. I'm in purgatory forever.
What happens if you're like frozen and then you're not you don't accept Jesus, and then the Armageddon starts? Because everyone who doesn't get raptured has one last chance to accept Jesus before the final battle. And if you're frozen, the earth is just going to get destroyed with you on it, but you never got to accept Jesus, so then you go to hell?
Who says I don't get raptured? I get raptured.
You're going to get raptured.
Yeah, but all the sinners won't.
Why are you going to get raptured?
I've accepted it into my heart. I've rejected him.
I was going to say,
I did accept him at one point.
You did get baptized.
Yeah.
I feel like Jesus is going to be like, that one doesn't count.
Nah, Jesus would love me.
You think Jesus loves you?
One, Jesus is Latino. We all know that.
That is true.
He was the first Latino, if you actually think about it. Yeah, I'm not worried. I'll get cryogenically frozen. Anyways, that's the podcast. Thank you for listening. Everybody. Shayne is back for one trial episode.
Let me know how you feel about it.
We'll see how the numbers happen.
Okay.
If the numbers are down, you're not invited back to the next one.
Dude, if you stop subbing to the Patreon, you've hurt my feelings immensely, and I need you to go sub again and find a second person and have them sub. What the hell, guys?
Take your dying grandpa's credit card and sub to our Patreon.
That's what I'm saying.
Because their money's going to get siphoned out from everyone else stealing their money. Might as well take your grandparents and your parents' thing and subscribe to us on patreon.com.
Yeah. Show your grandfather a photo of us and tell us what he thinks.
No, don't even show us. They won't miss that $5 a month.
There's true. They won't.
And you'll keep getting the podcast.
You will. And if you don't do that, who knows what will happen. All right, everyone. I love you so much. Thanks for listening. I hope you want me back. All right. Yeehaw.